¿Qué onda, Reefers? Estamos aquí con Terrence. Él es el dueño junto con Ryan de Avid Aqua y nos va a platicar un poquito acerca de la compañía. Hey Terrence, how are you?
Nice to meet you, man. Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto. You actually understood some of what I said, right? Platícanos un poquito acerca de...
Yeah.
You can do it in Spanish or English.
No, the English is fine.
Okay, perfect.
I might sneak a little Spanish here and there.
All right.
But okay, let's try English.
What is Avid Aqua? It's a fairly new company.
Yeah, so Avid Aqua, we began working on stuff, Ryan and I, a couple of years ago. Last year, we officially launched the company in March of last year. And really, the company, it seems strange because we have this disparate group of products that we're going to be talking about. Mm-hmm. But really, it's about taking the passion of reef keepers, because we understand we're reef keepers, and seeing products that need to be taken to the next level, right? Mm-hmm. How can we put into that something and make it be the next level? Not just create an also-ran product. And we've done that with everything from frag racks to probe holders, of course, to those kinds of things. And now we have a product that is for your Apex that takes your Apex to the next level.
And I have to testify that yes, it does. Now, some important key of information. You used to work at Neptune, so you have a lot of knowledge, probably most than anybody.
So I started with Neptune Systems in 2012. And at that time, Neptune Systems really only had the Apex. There weren't all the other products that you know today. And then for the next 9 years, I worked as a VP of Sales and Marketing and Product Development to help put out there all of the new products that you guys have seen, more or less, up until 2021 when I left the company. The company was sold to Aperture at that point. And I took some time off, and now I'm back with Avid Aqua and taking all of that knowledge and everything that I know from the general space of reef keeping, along with the knowledge, of course, that I know in the Apex architecture and whatnot, and putting that into Avid Aqua.
Okay, everybody's going to want to know about the inside, but so they can watch a whole video. Let's start with the modules. You built an ecosystem of accessories.
Yes.
That they all work together. Let's start with that.
Yes, magnetic products. Let's look at that.
Yes. Okay, so I see all this. How does all this work? Because I see the same, basically they work with the same magnets.
Yeah, so when Ryan and I got together to work on some other products, some of them we're still working on, he had a line of frag rack products and a probe holder and whatnot. And as we were going forward, I was like, I don't know, those don't seem like they have that uniqueness, right? They don't have that thing that I wanted to be the Avid Aqua brand. And so why don't we leave those things behind when we bring the company together, you and I. And then I thought about it for a couple of weeks, and I'm like, he's got some interesting things in the way that he seals the magnets. What if we had a magnet that did more than just one thing? What if it could work on lots of products, and even the same magnet set could do 2 or 3 things at the same time? And so I started to concept how could we can make that happen, and the end product of that was the ModMag. And this is I'll say it, is the best magnet on the market. It's super strong, neodymium magnet inside. Most people would say big deal, but what's really interesting about it, it's made out of 2 pieces of ABS, not acrylic. Acrylic absorbs water, water expands the acrylic, breaks the glue, then you get rusty magnet. This is ultrasonically sealed ABS, so it literally makes the bond like one piece of plastic. And you hear that?
Yeah.
That's how you know that the magnet's still good. Because if water did get into the magnet,
it will blow.
You got it. It'll blow up and you won't get that shake. Now you see there's 2 channels on here, so you can actually mount things 2 different directions. The same magnet goes on the inside as the outside because it's fully waterproof.
Okay, interesting. Now, you have 2 magnets.
Yes.
The Mega and the other one, I forgot the name.
It's a Giga.
The Giga, obviously. Okay. What's the difference between, are they different size or different strength?
So all the ModMags are the same exact physical size, they just have a different strength to them. Okay. So there's no reason somebody should pay for the ultra powerful magnet if they've got a 1/2 inch or smaller tank. So we have a magnet in the Mega that is, for us, rated up to a 1/2 inch. It's really rated for what most people would be using in the hobby now to like 5/8, right? But we just kind of down-rated it. And then the Giga magnet goes up to 3/4 inch glass, and a little bit more even, right? In addition to that, there's also this little silicone pad that you can put on for the inside or the outside, depending on the device, which we'll talk about them in a second. to give it a little more stiction, a little bit more grip, right? So it doesn't slide down the glass as easily. Okay, so now what would you use the magnet for? Okay, so the obvious thing to begin with are the frag racks. So there's a Stingray frag rack, and this one's very unique in that it's curved so it comes back toward the glass, so you still get to use all of that space, but not come way out into the tank, right? And you'll notice this is our patent pending slide lock technology in here. This is silicone, and it's all in one row so that when you have small frags and big frags and small frags, you don't waste space.
Yeah.
It maximizes the use of space on the frag rack. As I said, everything fits, you know, into the magnet. All right, so this is the Stingray. It just fits right here on the ModMag like that. It's got two sides, white and gray. So if you want the white and get more reflected light to your corals, it'll do it. Obviously, you'd have to keep it clean to have that happen. But you still, like I said, have this really cool magnet on the outside that you can mount something to. So for instance, there's a couple of things you can mount to it. We have the Avid Cam accessory. You can put your phone on here. Your fish won't get scared, right, when you want to take video. You just put it on there, leave it on there. So it's got a tripod mount, a phone mount that comes with it, and a GoPro mount. And so you can even mount your GoPro inside the tank and take really great videos of your tank and photos of your tank. So you could do that, or if you wanted to have, you know, pictures more often, right, like ongoing video, you already bought this. You can buy this as an accessory, which houses a Wise Cam that you can buy off of Amazon for like $30 or $40. That goes on here, right up snug against the glass, and now you don't get any reflections. It's there permanently from anywhere you are. And it comes with a lens. That's a close-up lens, so it focuses up close. And on top of that, it has a yellow filter, so obviously it can help with the blue light effect. So, but wait.
You don't have options of filters? Like
we don't have,
okay,
no, but it'll fit a standard filter inside if you wanted to put a different filter. But there's more, okay? Because if you want,
expansions,
you can expand this. You just get a next level. It's going to cost you another 15 bucks or something like that. You put this on here, and now you can add another frag rack right here. I wouldn't necessarily use this one, but somebody could because it's Reef Legos. You now can put that one on like that. And so you can expand out the line. You can put our sawfish, which is a small one. If you like really expensive euphilia, some people do. They don't want them getting stung, mixed up with anything. They'll buy this, put that on there, side glass, back glass, wherever they want. It's a really cool option. All right.
Something that's interesting, this is not just a frag cup for shows. It can do something else.
Yeah, so let's do this. Let's put this back for a second here. So the Traveler Mini, okay, it comes with snap down lid, so you don't screw on the top and get sand in it and then it leaks all over the place. It comes inside like this. This is your frag holder. So now when you get home, you can put your dip in there, dip your corals. And then if you don't know where to put your corals in your tank, you now have a frag rack, because all you need to do is grab a magnet and it'll slide right onto the magnet and become a frag rack, so that anywhere in your tank, oh, I want more flow for that. I want less light, more light.
You can acclimate it slowly.
And you can acclimate it. Maybe you don't know what rock to put it on for a day or two. You now have a frag rack. So that is a super unique feature that you won't see in any other product. Then it also comes in the trio. So you can get 3 of them on one, and you can even mount that too in your tank as well and turn them sideways. So that's really, and that fits in a drink holder as well, cup holder in your car. And if you're like the big baller frag guy like Jose here, okay, then you want to come in really flex, okay, when you come to a show like this, you get the Mega. And the Mega includes 2 of our manta ray frag racks with it. Again, white or gray on either side, snap top lid, and comes with the koozie. And this costs less than $100, and you get 2 frag racks that normally are 50 bucks a piece anyway. So it's a really great deal.
Same thing, you can dip here, take it, put it in your
I tell
tank.
people, like, if you've ever had a salad at Wendy's, right? You put the dressing on, you put the lid back on, you go like this. We've all done it. That's what you do with your frags.
Yeah.
And then, I know there's tons of stuff here, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
So then we have the probe holders for your Apex or for your for your hydros. You got 4, you got 2. You got a really cool feature here. No thumb screws, by the way. Very compact. It'll fit in the back of any.
It is very compact. This has a lot of probes in it.
Yeah, oh
Plus
yeah.
hoses.
Yeah, so this could hold hoses, but it also has these that come with it. What these are for your Trident tubes. So they're not flopping around in your sump. You just drop them down into that little tube, and now you got a spot to keep them all clean. Holds 4 probes. If you happen to have a probe for a temp, like controller for
Inkbird or something.
Inkbird, or maybe you have a
Something thin.
Hydros, it's the little one. That little one will fit right in here. The wire will come right up the top, and now it'll fit nice and neatly into your probe holder.
You had a lot of attention to detail, like figuring out that could only be done by somebody who has a tank.
Somebody who does a tank,
Yeah.
somebody who knows all the issues, all the things you always ever wished you had,
Yes.
but you didn't know how to get them, you didn't know who to tell to get them. That's kind of what we do.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's like goes even another thing. Like, okay, this is a probe holder. It's in my sump. What if I want to have a camera in my sump? Well, here we go. Now I can put a camera in my sump. I can put any kind of full-time video camera in there, whatever I want. And now I'm watching my skimmer, anything right from my phone, all from the same magnets. This costs you another 16 bucks. So it's really, really, really handy. I think we hit that.
Something very
Oh, the
interesting.
kneader heater, yeah. So this is the latest product we just came out with. So we're all pretty familiar with heaters and the really bad suction cups that come with them that last about a week and a half before your heater falls off and it's clanking around in the bottom of your sump, right? So we know that those suction cups suck, right? So this is what we designed. Basically uses the same ModMag, but now it's got these silicone, similar thing that we do in the frag rack, right? It's all very similar. It's heat resistant, just like the stuff you use when you're cooking, the spatula and whatnot out of silicone. And now you don't have any mounts, nothing to do, you just slide it in. Two different ones up to 1 inch. It'll hold like
Pretty
half
much.
inch to 1
much
inch.
all of the commercial
Pretty
heaters.
much every heater. And on top of that, you have 2 here because we always recommend, again, we're reef keepers. We know the right way to do
Redundancy.
things. Redundancy. So many people will buy a 1,000-watt heater or something.
No.
Like, what are you
Put
doing?
it into two 600s.
Yeah, exactly. Put in 2 300-watt heaters and use one to keep it in the range. If it needs the other one, kick the other one on.
Exactly.
Right? So that's why we did it that way. And if you have really big, they get even bigger than this, by the way, you can get the Kneader Heater Pro. The Kneader Heater Pro uses 2 of the ModMags, so it's super strong. They're connected together, but you
Interesting. Okay.
but you can also use them separate if you had a big heater.
Okay.
And that's a Kneader Heater Pro. And they're priced perfect in my opinion. The Kneader Heater is like $60. Kneader Heater Pro is like $80. It's got super strong neodymium magnets in it. That's the most costly part of building these.
Magnets are expensive.
And they've just gone up again.
Yes.
So out of China, the magnet cost is going through the roof on this stuff. So yeah, anybody who's using anything that's with magnets, expect to be paying more.
Yes, of course. Good magnets.
Yes, for good magnets.
Correct.
So you can get a lot of stuff. It's not going to
Plus,
work.
you're paying for security because it's welded ultrasonically.
Yeah,
it's not going to leak. Even if it does, you have a way to check it.
Yeah, let me tell you, if you go around the show and you see there's a lot of great people and they're doing a lot of kind of like 3D print, DIY, glue some acrylic together. Hey, we glue it, it's all good. It's all going to fail at some point. This is
It's
lifetime.
not if, it's when.
Lifetime guarantee on this. So, and we've been doing this now with this new design for over a year now. Not a single person has gone online and said it's failed. Not a single person has contacted us to get a warranty return. And we've got over 10,000, 20,000 magnets out there at least.
Okay.
So it's a sound way to do this. Any other magnet that you get that's not done this way is going to leak at some point, almost guaranteed, especially acrylic.
Okay. I see. Perfect. So I guess we're off to what everybody's waiting for.
So you want to see the inside. You probably
Yes.
have to do 2 videos, man, just so you can cut right to the inside.
It's funny because I made a video. I have all the footage for the inside, but there's too much. I thought I'll just make the basic functions. I was discovering, can do this. Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably.
And we've got a couple new features, so let's take a look.
Let's go. Okay, so this is the inside.
So yeah, this is the inside, this little guy right here. And it's, one of the things that we all have as reef keepers is the anxiety of knowing what's going on in our tank, right? And it's awesome that you have an Apex. Of course, I love the Apex, right? But it's going to require you to do one of two things. Pull out your phone to see what's going on, or wait till you get some instant message that you're going to look at and you're going to forget about and put back in your pocket. But when you're at home, it's like the thermostat in your house. You walk by, you just want to feel better because you go, oh, everything's good to go, right? And right now, there's not really an easy way to do that until you have the insight. So what we did is said, what do we want to see? What do most people want to see?
Because this
on
is
their tank?
more than a screen for the Apex.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's way more than just a screen, and it's growing like every week. We're expanding the capability in the product.
Interesting,
With
okay.
new software features, new things that it can do, and I'll show you a couple of them here. But as an overview, when you get the insight, it's the easiest product in the reef industry to set up, because we don't ask you for like your blood type and your email and your name and your mother's maiden name and whatever else to set the product up. What we do is say, hey, what's your Wi-Fi network? We're going to go find your Apex,
Oh yes, it does that.
and
It finds it.
likely it's going to immediately connect to your Apex, set up, and throw the things that you're going to want right here on the screen. Because we've done the work, we know what you want to see. You want to see your temperature, you want to see your pH, you want to see your slip. Oh, you got a Trident? Good, we'll put on the bottom the 3 things from your Trident, because those are all the things that you want to know all the time on that main screen. But if you want to see something from afar all the time, you just select this and it'll go through all of the information in your tank one by one. So when you're walking by, if something's in the red zone, you're going to see it in the red zone. And so that's really cool because it's just there. Now, if you're a really nerdy guy, there is the ability to get a lot more nerdy and see more of the information on your tank.
All customizable.
Yes, on the app. I'll show you in a second how that works. You can notice here there's actually a level sensor. So level sensors will show up with a really cool display on it. There's that screen. Now, what's really new? 2 things. Now, instead of just viewing things, you can actually make actions happen on your Apex. So 2 ways that you do that. You're familiar with feed modes, right?
Of course.
So you have feed modes. Feed modes generally are labeled what on the Apex?
Feed A, B, C, D.
How hard is it to remember what feed A is?
Yeah.
Okay? How hard is it to remember so you tell somebody else to do it?
You basically have to select, oh no, it was the other one. Cancel it, then go to the other one.
Now imagine you're not home
Yes.
and you're telling your significant other, whoever, like, all right, go hit A. Like, oh, no, not A, B.
Already hit it, now what?
Right. And so now with the insight, you can rename those. So now you have things like feed pellets, photo mode, glow mode, water change, all off, whatever it might be that you want as a feed mode. Now you can do that and you can customize that with the app. And by the way, the app communicates with the Insight with Bluetooth. The Insight communicates with your Apex over Wi-Fi in your home network. So that's the one way that you can interact with your aquarium. The second way is your most important outlets, right? So we have a screen that we auto curate what we think will be the ones that you're going to most likely want to have here. So we know, because we're reef keepers, return pump, your power heads, maybe your ATO because you're changing something. And we'll automatically put those on here. You can change them, but our guesses have been pretty good so far.
Okay.
And you can turn them off, on, auto. So like this one's running right now in auto mode. You hit it like that, it's off. You're like, okay, I want it to go back to auto. You select that, now it's going to go back into auto mode.
I see that it's very responsive. The screen is very responsive.
Yes, absolutely. If you want to turn something on manually, you just hold down whatever it is, it goes into that. You notice it looks different when it's in that mode. Go back to auto, there you go.
Interesting, okay.
So you don't take your phone out, what is it I'm going to do, figure it out. These are the most used things that you're going to have on your aquarium.
Now, something that I thought it was great just because of that feature. There's a lot of people that are dealing with problems with their systems, and they never take into account outside factors of tank. Like, I have low pH, my fish and corals are not doing great, and they forget that they're in a house and it's summer, it's really hot, their windows are closed, and they're not even thinking about what's my CO2 levels outside of the system. It's going to affect your system.
Right, so in recent years, people, I mean, some of us have known this for a long, long time. It's now become more common knowledge that the environment, obviously, in your house, whatever's happening, like you could Somebody could be spraying pesticides, right? It's going to go in your reef tank. Everything that's outside your reef tank goes in your reef tank. Your skimmer is sucking in all the outside air and basically mixing it with the water 24/7, right? And so if your CO2 is low in the house, CO2 mixed into the water lowers your pH, and it will just drive your pH down like crazy. Most people don't even realize how bad it is. Right now we've had good airflow in here. I'm actually quite surprised we're below 1,000 here. But yes, the Insight has built in a really high quality CO2 sensor, along with a humidity sensor, along with a total volatile organic compound sensor.
That is also very interesting.
Which is not used yet because we're doing analysis to see how we can utilize that. But think of the VOC sensor as like a digital nose. Like when you open up your tank and you smell like dead coral, or you smell like a power supply starting to cook off a little bit, and you're like, it's that smell you get when you open the car door on a hot day. That's a VOC.
Yeah.
So that's in here. At some point, we're going to have features that are going to allow you to utilize that information once we study it a lot more.
Of course.
But we thought to include it, even though it's a cost to us, because of the future potential to use that sensor technology.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Now here there are two versions. What would the difference be?
It's just that room monitoring. So the base version, the standard version, does everything you saw me kind of flipping through on there. The Pro version includes that really high quality CO2 sensor, humidity sensor, temperature sensor, and TVOC sensor. The difference is like $40 retail to get the Pro model.
Yeah, I mean, it's a non-brainer.
It's just under $200 for the Pro. It's about $160 for the standard model.
Once you know the price of, let's say, other screens or the screen, this is the best bang for your buck.
Yeah, we actually have, especially in their beta and whatnot, we had quite a bit of people. We had a open beta kind of program where people could buy them. And once they had them, some of the people I had to encourage because they're like, I don't know what it's going to do or whatever, right? They got it. And then if it went offline for any reason at all, they were like dying. And then after like a week, they're like, when are they going to go for sale? I need another one. I need one in my kitchen and in the tank room. So.
Oh, like Amazon, like Alexa.
Oh yeah. No,
screens,
because why not? They just work.
So
off
there's
of
no
Wi-Fi.
limit. You can use multiple.
Oh, absolutely. I got 4 or 5 running here today.
One.
Yeah, all off the same.
It's
Apex.
like you said, a thermostat where you have all the information available. A very nice one. Now, talking about that, hanging options.
Perfect question. So there's 3 ways, really, key ways that you can mount the Insight. The first one is it's got little legs on the back, and you can just set it on the counter. It's just going to sit there like any other device that you set around. Okay, it's made to do that on the end of your nightstand or your end table in your living room or on your kitchen counter, right? The second way is it's going to hang on any one of our ModMags that I showed you over there. So it'll just hang right on the back. I actually got one up front here. The third way is you can panel mount it. And the device comes with
like a bracket.
Yeah, I'm trying to, whoop, here it is. So this is a no tool bracket, so that once you make the hole in your panel, you push that through, then you slide that up on the back, it creates tension, and now you don't need any screws or anything to hold it into a panel, and you want to take it out, you can.
Okay. Just apply a little force and you take it out.
Yeah.
Interesting, okay. It's awesome. Now, this charges with very simple 5 volts.
Yeah, so the unit comes with a USB-C cable, like a 2-meter cable, with a right angle, so it's nice and snug. You have to supply your own little power port, but so many people have them already built in the wall and everything else. We were like, do we want to charge another $10 on the product to give somebody something they already have? It just seems like so wasteful too, environmentally and everything else. And so it doesn't come with the power supply little thing, but it does come with the cord.
Any 5 volts.
Any 5 volt, any kind of outlet that has the USB-C, it'll work with. And here at the show, I'm running it with battery.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Yeah, so it's super simple to run. They'll run a long time. They don't use much power at all.
Okay, interesting. Now, is it sending regular permissions or communication with the Apex? Functions more as a server, or is it actively talking to the Apex?
So the Apex, every Apex has built into it a web server that's available for you to access locally, okay, not in the cloud.
Yeah.
This is communicating with that web server to get the information and to send it commands.
Okay. It refreshes every
I don't know what the exact refresh rate is on it, which means it's probably faster than I need to care.
Okay. That pretty much says
Yeah,
it all.
it's current. Let's just put it to you that way.
Perfect.
It's very responsive. Also, when you send a command, it immediately sends it to the Apex, and the Apex does it. Again, think of this as even being better than on Apex Fusion in terms of that response rate, because it's all local. So in Apex Fusion, when you go to do something, it goes to the cloud talks back to the Apex, right? So there's an extra hop there.
In terms of alerts, because it's using its own app,
Good.
I'm guessing you can push alerts separately?
Yeah, so it's not pushing the alerts to your phone, but it is going to show you the alerts here. So in the Apex, you set your max and mins for things like temperature, right? And it's going to alert you with those, and if it's like super bad, right, it's going to send, it'll beep, 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 and start beeping at you.
Okay, that's audible alerts.
And it'll show red, the whole thing will be red. So you're walking by, you're going to know, right? But who wants to just know when it's bad? You want to know when it's about to be bad. So if you look up here, you'll see this one up here in temperature is the temperature's high, but it hasn't reached the alarm state for the Apex yet. But it has reached our, hey, it's almost time. So it's a warning before you get all the way to the alert. And so that's something that we do ourselves. It's not part of the Apex by knowing exactly like, okay, for temperature, you want a little, this much, little. Again, we know reef keeping, so we know exactly how to put that in like you would want it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting, perfect. Is there something else you want to add?
I don't know, you hit like so much, I even forgot a couple of things. We're into Sunday now at Reefapalooza,
Yeah.
so my head is like,
I was falling
"Whoa."
asleep after I ate. Right now I was like,
I'm just gonna say I'm trying to test you, make you come up with the questions, but no, really, no. I appreciate.
pretty much cover everything.
Yeah, we have, and I appreciate you coming by and spending the time and getting all the information for all of your Mexican subscribers out there to get the information. You're a great partner. You know, if you want to get one of these things, these guys are the one to go get it from, and look forward to new stuff from Avid Aqua and from the
Amazing
Insight.
stuff.
Perfect.
Perfect.
All right, man.
Thanks, Aaron.
Uh-huh.
Nice to see you again. Bye.